We're bringing to a close our month of stewardship, inspirational stories and witnesses. I'm going to ask Trula Worthy-Clayton to come now to the lectern because we're going to be asking you to pledge later in this service, and want you to hear this wonderful, inspiring story. Will you please warmly welcome to the lectern Trula Worthy-Clayton.
Good morning. Each Sunday this month, I have been inspired and moved by the powerful narrative shared from this podium. And I am so very pleased today to share how significantly important All Saints and you are to my family, the Worthy-Clayton Deemers. Normally, I would have a bit of reservation about standing before you talking about myself. However, at All Saints, it is not only acceptable to talk about oneself, it is strongly encouraged. And we all readily tell and often repeat the circumstances which preceded our first visit and are the person, our sermon, which galvanized our decision to make All Saints our home. So here goes. Nearly 19 years ago, my daughter and my son-in-law shared with me they had discovered and joined a church which prioritized children, had a welcome and inclusive congregation, all of whom were actively participating in seeking solutions for local and national peace and justice issues. A place abounding with opportunities for both spiritual growth and active involvement. At the helm was a warm and eloquent rector. Services were traditional and the music was simply great. However, of greatest importance to my children was their belief All Saints would become the safe village they needed in the lives of their active 4-year-old and infant son, and for a third little blessing, which would come along a little later. Essentially, with that conversation, I knew I also would love their church. Frankly, I didn't have to visit. If the Deemers were home, so was Nana. With my initial visit, this became officially my church, my community, and my home. I love so many aspects of All Saints: our unparalleled generosity, our consistent advocacy and fearless determination to diminish conditions that inhibit the healthy existence of all our brothers and sisters. I'm equally inspired by the manner in which we comfort, support, and care for each other. My membership is a source of much pride, and I've invented clever ways to tilt even casual conversations in a direction that will allow me not only to mention All Saints, but brag a little bit about it. For 34 years prior to my retirement, I was responsible for developing systems and programs to address the needs of Los Angeles County's foster, homeless, and incarcerated children. Without question, the protection of these children remains an important part of who I am. 10 years ago, several All Saints parishioners recognized that the child welfare system desperately needed a community partner and developed the Foster Care Project. It was as if this group of compassionate individuals had designed the ministry just for me. And with your generosity and your support, we continue to provide trained volunteers and direct services to the children we describe as our children. Whoever you are and wherever you are welcome. And there are avenues here that will help you discover, cultivate, and enhance the unique contribution you are called to make. Identify your passion. Very likely All Saints has an apps for that. Why do I pledge? I pledge in recognition of my responsibility as a Christian to honor God and to follow the teachings of Jesus in my daily life. I pledge as an acknowledgement of my alignment with the mission and vision of All Saints. I pledge to ensure Jesus' message of compassion, inclusion, and love continues to stream around the world from this place. I pledge with immense gratitude for All Saints having provided 19 years of unconditional love, spiritual guidance, encouragement, and support for my grandsons, Miles, Christian, and Pierce. I make my annual pledge guided by the response my grandmother repeated each time I questioned the necessity for kneeling beside my bed for nightly prayers. Trula, you have been loved and blessed all day. It's time to tell God thank you. The sense of joy and peace I experience making my monthly contribution most assuredly comes from my knowing beyond any doubt that I have been both loved and blessed all day.